Fantastic. The recording has started. This is Homii Live Support Session, and my name is Iana. I'm the host. I'm the guest at the Homii platform. I'm renting with the host family myself, and today I'm going to guide you through the entire process of how to contact your host, how to arrange everything upon your arrival to Japan, and how to start your dream trip to Japan. And I would like to introduce Hidetaka Ko, the CEO of Homii Homestay. So the floor is yours, Hidetaka. Please tell us everything you have to tell.
Thank you for Lana. Hi, I'm Hidetaka. I'm CEO of Homii. So I created a Homii to help a foreigner to enjoy to have a fulfilled life in Japan. So yeah, we would have to help. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. We're willing to help you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we generally organize this support session to make it all useful for you, to make it all at one place, that this 40 to 1 hour minute seminar will just really cover all your questions, and it's online, so you will always be able to ask questions. This recording is going to be posted on YouTube, so any comments you will have further will always be addressed. Right, let's begin. Today, we will discuss the following things. So first of all, we will briefly talk about Homii as a platform, as a company, and our motto, the purpose, the values the company has. I will guide you through the process from registering your account on Homii to up to your arrival to Japan. So we will go really step by step, clearly covering every single stage of the process. We will go into details about many things, but I'm going to be precise and very clear, but yet not going to take too much of your time. So we will try to make it as good as possible for you. We will talk such details as insurance, ground rules, your visa, what you need to take care of, what Homii takes care of, and so on and so on. And then the bonus, of course, we will have a Q&A session because it's online. It's going to be posted on YouTube, and we always need to keep in touch, with your most relevant questions. So let's talk about Homii's values. What Homii takes care about, what Homii cares about, and what it makes different homestay platform from its competitors. So I would like to maybe briefly introduce my story generally. I've been in Japan for 3 months already. That's almost the end of my homestead, and I think in February this year, I was looking for an option to go to Japan and to stay longer than just an average tourist. I am here with my tourist visa, which is maximum 90 days, but 90 days is already considered to be a long-term stay, and it requires different kind of terms and conditions rather than just renting in a hotel. So I was looking for for an option, and I came across Homii. And I instantly realized that what makes Homii different is their values. So Homii puts the connection and sense of belonging in as a core value, and tries to create the connections between people. So they provide the experiences which you have with a family, with a host family in Japan. So this is not a primarily rental platform. So the product is not the rent itself, but rather the connections, the experience, and the sense of belonging which you get having rented an apartment, a room, a place with Homii. Homii implements meaningful interactions in the process. By that, I mean that I'm going to talk about these little meaningful interactions in the future soon in the presentation. But what I mean is that Homii provides little opportunities which bind, which make you and the host come together, talk, experience this beautiful cultural exchange, and so on. One of the core values as well is to strengthen the ties with the local community, because obviously coming to Japan feels like coming to another world for many of us. And the first, of course, struggle we have is the language barrier, the cultural barrier, the impossible way of just getting to know people, start talking to them. And Homii really makes it much easier, because from the day one, you are living in the environment which already has accepted you. You're living with a host family in Japan, and you're witnessing everyday life of Japanese people, right? So the mission is to assist you in finding the perfect match, doing all the boring part for you, while you get to know the future host and prepare for the life-changing trip. And this is absolutely true. My experience with Homii has been nothing but just smooth, straightforward process that I get to enjoy all the benefits of my homestay with the family, when Homii really does take care of all the boring, bureaucratic, legal part, and everything is very well organized. Let's talk about the advantages. What makes Homii different and good and better? So first of all, I said that no, I didn't say that. Connecting to a host family with the host family is free. So in comparison to other platforms which require the registration fee, Homii doesn't require the registration fee. You register on the website for free, and yes, you register in the website for free, and you contact the host for free. So all the interaction before you have the match and before you agree on coming to their places, to their place, is absolutely free of charge. And this is good, because that makes you more eager to try the platform and to kind of just see if it leads you to a good match. So in my experience, for example, I had been looking at other options, how I could possibly travel to Japan for 3 months. And I realized for myself that I needed the kind of flexibility on my own, the independence, yet I wanted to be a part of Japanese society. So I wanted to have a place on my own. I wanted to rent a place rather than do work and travel, for example, or to be an au pair. So at this point in my life, I wanted to provide my own independence, my own flexibility, yet to be a part of the host family. And this is what Homii makes possible, because you are renting for your room, for a place, what a host offers, yet you have, you are still a part of their family. So you're not like having any, you don't need to do any work in return. You don't need to, they're not like your real host parents, as many students experience going to, like, studies abroad when like they're being controlled by a family or something. That's not that. One of the biggest absolute benefits, advantages of the platform is that it doesn't require a deposit, key money, and utilities are included. When I was looking for, generally when we're looking for any apartment rent in any country, we always need to think about deposits, sometimes double payments. And in Japan, they have such thing as key money, which is you're practically overbidding for an apartment because there is a shortage, right? And you need to have like kind of priority, so you overpay, you overbid. Homii absolutely spares you from that, and you don't need to care about any of that. You don't need to care about setting up your gas contract. You don't need to care about setting up your water, internet, anything. Everything is provided because that's already included. The contract length is flexible, which is fantastic, because you can do it from 2 weeks up to 2 years. And even those frames are negotiable. So it can be even smaller than 2 weeks. You can really just contact the team, and they're always very quick to respond, and that's all. That all can be arranged. Exactly, and in my case, for example, for 3 months, that would be difficult to find like a rental, especially with the tourist visa. With Homie, it is possible. So even if you are having like a stay which you're not sure if you're going to find a job in Japan, for example, you can come rent a place for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 months, and if you haven't found a job, that's fine. You can still just go back, and you don't have a long rental contract for a year. Talking about little interactions, talking about little binding moments which Homie promotes. Homie includes the possibility of having meals included, and yes, meals included, or to have any cultural exchange situations. For example, you can teach English, or you can teach any other languages if you want, if the family is interested. And in case if your meals are included, you just pay more for the meals. And in case you want to teach something, you get a discount. And this is a system which promotes those meaningful interactions, which otherwise would be a bit difficult, to kind of have on everyday basis. So in my opinion, I have breakfast and dinners included. And these are my favorite times of the day, because I get to spend the time with the family, and we talk in English and in Japanese, and I get to know people much more. And that really creates this beautiful routine, which brings us together. The same thing for English classes. We just have the most beautiful time during which we cook different dishes in English, and the kids really love it. Homii provides you with a detailed rental agreement, both in English and Japanese. This is great because you don't need to like break your head and try to understand complexity of a Japanese document, because everything is translated. So you can always be sure which terms and conditions you personally have. And the agreement is very comprehensive. It covers many aspects of like what kind of risks might be there, and how to deal with those risks, and so on. It's very convenient, because that was also a good rental contract to apply for a visa. There was enough for visa for them to see that I have rented a place for 3 months. The English support doesn't stop only on the contract. Homii team provides online English support on Line. This is a messenger which is widely used in Japan. And yes, they have a channel which you can always text to, and they will be very quick and prompt to answer any of your questions, even if you're looking for, if you're browsing for a host, if you have already contacted, or if you're already renting. Right. Let's move to the process. It is easy, straightforward, and it builds deeper connections. This is the motto of the process. Let's start with the registration. Registration, as I have already mentioned before, is free. You create an account. It's very easy. You set up a profile picture. You let's already go to the next step. You fill in your profile, and you are already ready to contact your hosts. So they are going to be directly contacted with your message. Let's talk about filling your profile a bit more, because this session is not only about like really like dry process, but I would like also to share some personal comments, experiences, since I've done many work away experiences, or any kind of, we have a chat, right? Hidetaka text, if you have any questions, please chat or ask questions from Q&A. Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much. So yes, regarding filling in your profile, I would like to say that this is very important. The way how you describe yourself really affects how quickly you are going to how quickly the host will respond. So it's always important to mention your age, your interests, just, basic like personal information. And this is not because, people are ageist or something where it matters, like if you're old or young. It doesn't matter. It's just important to have a proper portrait of your persona. So try to mention like, basic characteristic of yourself, and then what you do for a living, or if you're like just traveling, what kind of hobbies you have, what's your basic routine is, what time you wake up, how you like spending your days, and what kind of expectations you have from your visit. So if you're going to be looking for a job, you're going to like travel or anything like that, just in a short sentence. Don't try to go way too long talking about your biography, but also try to just portray yourself as it is, that people can just get to know you very quickly through your text. And then when you filled in your profile, you have you've looked for the regions you are interested in. I was interested in Kansai area close to Kyoto, up to 1 hour by train. And I was concentrated on that particular region because I love the nature and I wanted to be close to the culture capital of the world, in my opinion. And I actually just targeted one family and they instantly responded. That was fantastic. So yes, you have contacted your family, you wait for the response. On average, it comes within a week. So 4 to 7 days is definitely the time which you get the response. And then you come to the stage when you are confirming the terms. By that, I mean, you confirm the duration of your stay, when you want to arrive, when you want to leave, for how many months you want to have it. You discuss if you want your breakfast or dinners or any your meals included. You discuss if that's okay, if they give you the discount, if they want you to teach like English or something. So you really just double check all the terms and you confirm that. And then when you have said, okay, everything is fantastic, we are definitely a good match, we think we need to move on. The host confirms from their side that everything is good, everything is settled, and we can move on. After that, the host requests a Skype link. You need to discuss what time and what date it's convenient for you to have a Skype call. So please mind the time differences, of course, and that Japan is the most eastern country. So always think about, right, like when you can have the call together. This is just that you can see that, yes, everyone is real. I am calm and certain that this is the family. I am also a real person, so it's not a scam. Everything is fantastic. We have a good Skype call, and you have the first introduction to each other. After this Skype call, you proceed with signing your rental agreement. So Homii provides all the infrastructure, all the system, how it all goes automated, and they send you the DocuSign link where you read your contract agreement, you check if everything is correct, your personal details, everything, and you sign a rental agreement from both sides in Japanese and English, you and a host. The contract is signed, everything is in order. Then you proceed to 1 month stay prepayment. So that is the confirmation that you are serious, you are coming, and you want to rent. So this is your booking, this is your reservation, which puts you in the position that you're it's not that easy to just cancel on you, and the cancellation really needs to have a reason. The prepayment happens via the online transfer system, online payment systems. It's all very easy. You can do it with your debit cards or any kind of Master, Visa, anything, any circuit you like people have in Europe, in the Western world, anywhere outside of Japan, I mean. And that's all connected to your bank account. Everything is very easy. So then you proceed to the fun part, all these stressful kind of, like very attention requiring process is gone. You can finally just breathe and understand that yeah, that's actually happening. You're going to Japan. You start getting to know your host beforehand. And by that, I mean that Homii has developed a little fill-in form, which host sends you, and you fill in the form about like your personal details, of course, like your emergency contacts, what time you come to Japan, what flight you have, all those kind of important things for your safety. And then your preferences, like what you like eating, if you have any allergies, if what kind of breakfast, what you eat for breakfast, for dinner, what your expectations are, which places you want to visit in Japan, all that kind of stuff. Like if you have any particular habits which might like which might need to have some adaptation, like all these things. And it's all very nice because this little fill-in form really kind of already makes you get to know each other in advance. And then the last step is just meeting your host family. Yes, everything is already prepared. You have your tickets, you have your visa, residence permit, anything you need, anything you don't need, and you meet your host family. Let's talk about details. By details, I mean things like a price. So how do we understand like what is included in the price? It's very transparent, it's very easy, and here's my transparent explanation. The Homii's transparent explanation. So the price is the price consists of the host family's price. So the price which the host family prices their room, apartment, or anything they're renting, plus 21,000 yen, which is the flat fee for 30 days for Homii. That means that if I'm renting it for 3 months, I'm paying my host family's price 3 times, plus each month I am paying 21,000 yen for Homii. The price is very simple. It doesn't have any additional costs. So it includes the consumption tax and the transaction fees. So you will not need to pay for the transactions which are going to be like happening. For example, you pay from your Visa or MasterCard to a Japanese bank. So everything is already included, no fees extra. You don't need to pay deposit or key money, and the Homii Homestay Insurance is included. I'm going to talk about the Homii Homestead Insurance now, a bit later, and I will go into, I will just tell you what it is. Also, please notice that all guests are required to make their second month payment by the 15th of the month. This is a little rule by Homii. Right. Let's talk about the homestay insurance. This is the insurance for hosts and guests, health and property damages. So the basic kind of definition of this insurance is that this is the insurance for the unpredictable damages which happen to the property or to your health, which are connected directly with the stay at your host's place. So, for example, let's just really talk about the cases. The water leakage happened and it damaged some household items. The household items replacement is insured. For example, yesterday, 2 days ago, I washed the air con remote in the washing machine. It broke. I texted, "Hey guys, sorry. This thing happened," and that case was insured. They would reimburse me the price of the remote control. For example, you go to a store, you break an expensive bottle of wine, that thing is insured. So in the compensation is up to 100 million yen, Japanese yen. Of course, every case is a particular case, and Homii team will always be happy to guide you through the insurance process. And of course, for the details, visit the Homii Homestay Insurance Notion page. It says everything, what the process is and how you need to deal with the Homii situations when some damage happened. let's talk about what Homii provides and what is your responsibility. So Homii takes care of the bilingual rental agreement in Japanese and English, which is a great document to apply for a visa. For example, in my case, with my passport, I needed a visa. And the Homii homestay property insurance is included. So it's like rather like health and property, but I'm very careful with saying health insurance because this is the health insurance which happens particularly and very like case by case, dependent on what kind of health damage happened and if it's connected to your stay at the host property. For example, bookshelf fell on you and hit you. Because that's important that you understand that you take care of your personal health insurance. So for example, for regular checks, for if suddenly out of nowhere my tooth hurts or I need to go to a doctor for any other reasons, this thing is covered by your personal health insurance, right? So which you need to take care of yourself. So yeah, let's go to the things already which you need to take care of. You need to take care of your visa, your residence permit application, anything regarding your legal status in Japan is your responsibility. If you need to request any additional documents from your host, for example, in my case, I needed the proof of residence of my host, that my host is the person who is legally residing at the address which was in the contract. I needed to request it from my host, and I'm dealing with this myself, right? So I am handling it myself. I'm texting, hello, could you please send me this and this document I need it for my visa? And as I've said before, I've just said the personal healthcare insurance, which is not connected to the accidents at your host house, is your responsibility to take care of, and that is not included in the Homii homestay property and health insurance. Okay. Yes, please, if you have any questions, I am always having a look at the chat, so you can always ask anything. Right, the interesting thing, which I really love talking about, is setting ground rules with your host family. The communication is key, everyone knows that. And the key to a very comfortable, successful homestay is always discussing everything in advance, not waiting when the conflict escalates. So I've lived with well, 5 or 6 host families throughout my life. And I've learned that it's always important to understand that you're coming to a very sacred place of people's lives. Imagine you have your home, you have your house, you have your rules established, and you're letting another person in and you're sharing these very beautiful sacred moments of your household with another person. And that is important to understand, and that is important to appreciate and respect for both people, right? For the hosts and for the guests. So which things which I would recommend you to discuss with your host family, it's just a recommendation, it's not an obligation, it's up to you. But it would be nice to discuss the use of common spaces. For example, you're renting, in my case, I'm renting a room. But of course, I would like to eat somewhere. I would like to rest somewhere. I discuss if I can use the communal spaces, if I can, what I can use in the kitchen, what kind of devices I can use. If it's okay, for me to be in the living room. So, most of the cases, of course, it's going to be okay, but it's nice to just discuss and to understand it beforehand. So if meals are included, it's nice to discuss how you want to have them, because of course it depends on your routine. If the family wakes up early and you wake up late, you're not gonna have them at the same time. So in this regard, in this case, try to understand if you want them to be if you want your host family just to prepare food for you and leave it in the fridge, or just to give you products, or you want them to set it up for you and then you come to eat. So all these like little things, it's nice to discuss. If you teach languages, if you teach English, for example, also discuss how you want to organize the classes, what time you want them to have, what time you want to teach English, how often you want to have them. So in my case, it is 30 minutes before dinner, 5 times a day, 5 times a week. And yeah, sometimes we are shifting them. So everything is like clear, not like you agreed to having a discount for your English classes and then you are doing it just when you feel like, because in this regard, it's not fair to your host, right? It's nice to have the clear communication. And also, of course, with especially with Japanese culture, it's very important to let them know how much you want to be included in their everyday lives. Because let's remember, right? We, apart from the personal communication, we have the level of we have our individuality, then we have the interpersonal communication, then we have the cultural intercultural communication, and all this kind of pie really affects the way how you understand each other. So Japanese culture is the culture of very high context. It's highly contextual culture. It's embedded in the language, how things are not meant directly. Many things are being presumed. So it's very important to be clear in this regards and to maybe even kind of try to crack the Japanese metaphorical expressions a bit more to really be on the same page. So let them know every time when you're interested in visiting something, for example, if you would like to join for any kind of parties, if, for example, they say like, okay, we are planning to do this and this and that. Maybe this is not a direct invitation, but try to ask maybe like, but would it be possible, for example, for me to be somehow included? I would really love to. And I don't think that it's going to be like, rejected, because your host family has already invited you. The family is already open to, the communication. So it's up to you right now to give this extra certainty that you actually want to be involved and it's not the violation of your privacy. The most important point, in my opinion, speaking of the personal spaces, respect, appreciation of someone's house, I recommend you to be considerate of each other's personal spaces, and don't be afraid to communicate things which bother you in a non-blaming manner, right? So you don't wait for the conflict to escalate, but you really just prevent it. The most important part, which we are talking right now, is clean after yourself, put things back, and finish your house chores. So imagine you have started your laundry. If you put the laundry, just think about the process up to the end. So if you forget your laundry, someone needs to take it out. It may be a bother for someone. If you finish your dinner or lunch, so don't treat your host family, even if they provide you meals, don't treat them as cleaning service, right? So try still to be considerate and take your dishes back and help with these little things. These are very mundane things, but they really make living comfortable, because they don't you don't need to build that kind of feeling that you're being disrespectful towards someone's personal space. So yeah, I think that these things are very nice to take into consideration. And the hearts. So we have approached the Q&A session. So right now, you are welcome to text any questions you have right now in the chat. I am having a look at this. And if you're watching this recording on YouTube right now, please leave your questions under the video in the comments, and the team will come to you and answer all the questions. We have some frequently asked questions, which we have prepared right now, and I would like to go through them. So the first frequently asked question is, what if I want to extend my stay? So this is possible after each month, or after the first month, the team checks on you, and when the end of your stay is approaching, the team sends you a question: would you like to prolong your stay? And that is always possible, because the team is very everything is very flexible, and very the reaction happens very quickly. In case you really just need to extend your stay, everything happens like without any hesitation or without any really like bothersome bureaucratic procedures. The next question, which is frequently asked, is it possible to first try out living at a host place? It is possible. Practically the first 2 weeks is the trial period, both for the guests and for the hosts. After the first 2 weeks of your stay, the team checks on you and they ask the host if everything is according to their expectations, and they ask you if everything is according to your expectations. And if it's a good match, of course, you just carry on enjoying your life in the stay. In case there are some problems, in case there are some misunderstandings or false, unfulfilled expectations, you have still time. You have another 2 weeks to find a new host, and the Homii assesses, helps you with the look for a new host. So you're not abandoned there. The situation when you have a bad match and you are alone, and right now you're in a different country, you need to find an accommodation at a short notice. No, this process is being facilitated by Homii as well. Good. Guys, right now you still can ask the questions, and anyway, the chat is always open for you to ask anything you would like to. The CEO, Hidetaka, is happy to assist. I'm happy to assist. So please don't hesitate to ask anything. Meanwhile, I will move on to the next slide, if you don't mind. If you still have any questions, please let me know. We have a little bonus for you. So the bonus is that Homii is thinking about implementing a Japanese buddy program. So, of course, many of us come to the country without any contacts. So it's like the first time, we haven't met any people, we don't have any Japanese friends. So, and Homii would love to test out giving you a Japanese a buddy in Japan. I'm not saying Japanese because it's up to you. Right now, the product is being, this program is being developed. So if you go with this QR code, you will go to the little Google form, which asks you about the opinion on how if you are interested in the Japanese buddy program and how you could possibly would love to have that. That would be very nice. You would really, really contribute to the implementation, to the fast implementation of such a program with your responses, with your feedback. So the aim of such a buddy program is to connect you with a Japanese buddy for language exchange and easy integration. Explore new places together, get tips from a local, and build lifelong friendships. So yeah, it's just to practice languages, to have cultural exchange, and to have a buddy. If you're interested, once again, please follow the QR code, and then the Homii team will make it happen much faster. If you have any questions, this QR code will always guide you through to the line account of Homii, where if you are just browsing, you can just ask questions straight away. If you are already renting, you can always just provide with your details, and the team will always quickly understand what your situation is, who your host is, and how to help you. Also, of course, follow Homii team on social, on Instagram, YouTube, and X. Right now, we are, for example, we are posting this video on YouTube, and we hope that it helps a lot of people to really understand what the platform is. And we are moving towards the end of our presentation. Right now, we still have time. You still have time, guys, to ask any questions. And it's been a pleasure really guiding you through, telling you everything in details, because I personally also, I had a fantastic time with the Homie team, and I really, really wanted to share all my personal experiences. So I really recommend you not to be afraid and just to go for it, because wow, yeah, that's already the end of my stay, and I still remember how everything just started and how excited I was that wow, that's actually happening. Hidetaka, I would love to invite you to say a couple of closing words, just to we have a question, Hidetaka.
I need the permission to fill the body Google form.
I need permission to fill the body Google form. Right. We are just going to quickly change that. Yeah, I'm going to quickly change that in the form. And meanwhile, Hidetaka, you might say a couple of closing words for the guys.
Yeah, I should not ask the questions to the current guest. Can I ask?
Of course, of course, of course.
Oh yeah, like hi, like what do you think about these seminars? Like if like Lee and like Tony allow me, who like why do you join these seminars? I just curious, like yeah, like I'd like to share about your like story if you have. Yeah. Of course, if you like don't prefer to speak, it's fine, totally fine. Yeah.
You can always write.
Okay. Yeah, we are like I want to learn any new info from Homie. Well, new info is valuable. What kind of new information do you want to know about? Like meetup? Yeah, I can share like I think we will next we will meet up with guests, current guests and current host. And also we think we'll make the event open to anyone's foreigners, Japanese new peoples. August 4 like morning, like before like noon in Tokyo's. I think we will do that. We didn't fix yet, but we will do.
Thank you, Hidetaka. I've sent right now the link to the buddy form. I'm very sorry that I haven't double checked the QR code right now. So if we're watching this video on YouTube right now, I will attach a new working link to the comment section. So please check if this link is allowing you to
I
answer.
think you send a direct message, so I'll send like to open anyone's about this.
I'm sorry. Yeah, technically challenged as always.
Do you have permissions now?
Yes, please let me know, because good. Anyway, I think that right now we can stop the recording. And then we just proceed. Yeah, we will continue talking to the guys, so we can just post this video on YouTube as it is. So it's been a pleasure once again, and don't forget to leave any comments in the comment section, and you will be quickly helped and answered. Yep. Thank you very much, and we can complete the recording.